Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Shut Door. Door should have come back to you with episode 22 of Direwolf20's 1.19 mod pack, and we're still going to be pushing for occultism. So, real quick here, let's make the next tier of pickaxe for occultism. And this is the Anesium one. I just need 2 sticks. There's no actual ritual for this. You just need 2 sticks, 3 Anesium ingots, and you'll get an Anesium pickaxe, or Isnium. Also, I quickly went ahead and just used some God Pearls on this to get that a little bit better. But we could actually just go and do the same for this one. Let's see. Let's just give it this top one. Cheaper. And let's actually quickly take off the goggles, because we're not going to be mining anything as of current. So we're going to toss this in there, this in there, this in there. Actually, this one... we can quickly disenchant because I put on breaking 4 on this. And then we'll just get our God Pearl back out of it. Okay. And we can actually just throw it back on this pickaxe here. That's got a 2.25 reach distance on this too as well. So that's pretty good. I didn't even look at that. Alright, so I'm breaking. Unlike my anvil that just broke. And then we can just quickly salvage this for a few God Pearls, or 1 God Pearl, that's fine. Because we won't be using that pickaxe any longer. Alright, so where are we at here? We are still moving along this line. We want to get the magic lamps, right? So with the magic lamps, we actually need to make an empty magic lamp. If I can type here. English is difficult sometimes. Alright, so let's grab one of these. And use to access a mining dimension and acts as a lag-free void miner. Alright, so spirit miners. By summoning a spirit into a magic lamp and placing it into a dimensional mineshaft, it can be made to mine for you. In a mining dimension, this is a great way to get resources without having to go mining in the overworld or other dimensions yourself. See Foliot Miner in the subsequent entries for information on how to craft spirit miners. So Dimensional Mineshaft, this block acts as a portal for spirits only to the mining dimension. Place a magic lamp with a spirit miner in it to make it mine for you. See Dimensional Mineshafts and binding rituals for category. Okay, so we need to go up to rituals and see binding rituals. And we should see up here, we have all of these dimensional mineshafts. So if we look up here, this is how you make a dimensional mineshaft. So we need the higher binding, which I think is the one I actually have, right? I have that one just over here. Okay. So quickly before we fully get into this, I want to address an issue that I keep having on camera. So let's actually go for applied energistics for a second here. So let's get wireless. And I should have done this a while ago. Honestly, it'd probably make the episodes go by just a bit quicker because I'm not running down to the bunker every time. But we'll get a wireless access point. And we're actually just going to slap this down on the very top of the controller for right now. And basically what this will do is this will allow for us to get a wireless terminal. This wireless terminal can be accessed anywhere as long as we're in range. And basically just allow for us to not have to worry about coming back to the bunker every single time we want to craft something, right? So we're going to get this going here. I probably should have done this a long time ago. I just didn't. I don't know why. So we need a dense energy cell for this. So let's just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I think. Is that what that was? That was 8. Okay, so we can make 8. Alright, so dense energy cell. And then we need the wireless receiver. And then wireless receiver. There we go. Okay, so we'll now take this. And we'll also need a flux controller. So somebody pointed out that the reason wireless charging wasn't working was because I did not have the wireless controller. And we're actually out of obsidian. Yikes. Well, I just need to go harvest some obsidian. So let me do that real quick, and I will be right back. Alrighty, so we have a flux controller, and I think what we can do with this is just go up to the power room real quick, and we'll just throw this in a corner. And we'll set this to power, wireless charging. So everything should be wirelessly charging. Okay, there we go. So this is actually charging up. Cool. And this means that we have the ability to then come downstairs to the AE2 bunker. And I believe it's... Oop, nope, hold on. Power went out because it's buffering. It's charging this thing, that's why. So let's let this charge up here. It's almost done. Alright, so this is done. So we should be able to just shift right click with that. No? Is that not how that works? Doodly-doo. How do I do this? Because I do not remember. I thought all you needed to do was just right click on the controller, but apparently I'm wrong. Alright, so let's see if I'm right about this. So I've grabbed an ME security terminal to see if this is what I need to link this. So we're going to put this just down here, and we put this in here. Okay, so now it's linked. So you need a security terminal. Alright, so we should be able to right click and see everything here. Perfect. Oh, so we actually can have energy cards as well if we wanted to make sure we have just a lot more power in this. And we're supposed to be able to do that. And there should be a keybind. So keybinds, category applied. Okay. So open wireless terminal. Let me get this set up and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so we have this bound. Now we have the ability to basically craft an inventory, right? So one of the issues we'll see is if I go over to Occultism, we most likely won't be able to access this, right? Because we are out of range, which means that we also need to get some range boosters. I'm pretty sure if we look at range boosters, there is the infinity one, which we could actually get if we took some time here. So let's actually grab some ender pearls. This is probably going to cost a lot more power than I have available, but I'm kind of just curious to see if we can do that. If we can't, then I'll just grab some wireless, the default wireless ones. But basically, the infinity one would allow for you to not have to worry about where you are. I believe it's even dimensional. So in theory, you wouldn't have to ever, go back to your base. You could just drop everything off if you had, of course, enough storage to actually do so. Alright, so infinite range booster, infinity range booster. And you just come up here and you put this in here. Yeah, you can see it's like a massive number. 18 RF a tick. That actually doesn't go up that much. But now we should have access to this anywhere in the actual thing. Also, I'm going to get rid of remember last search. So if I type in Apple in here and I close this out, it will just erase that. It's going to be much easier. If I wasn't wanting that, I could just always disable it, right? So, okay, now back to occultism, right? With this, we should be able to fetch whatever ingredients we need without needing to run back and forth. I really should have done this earlier. I just did not think about it. But Dimensional Mineshaft, right? So ritual, binding rituals. We're going to need other stone, 4 of that, a spirit attuned gem. So let's grab a spirit. Okay, so we need to do more diamonds soon here, but for now, okay, so we got the spirit attuned. So we'll need some other stone. So we'll need 4 pieces of this. Alright, and then gold and a block of anesium. So this is going to be expensive. And Anesium is not that easy to find, by the way, guys. I spent at least an hour trying to get a few pieces, and I only got like 50. But that's okay. So then we need gold. Let's quickly just toss some of the stuff in here that I don't really need as of current. Just clean up my inventory for a second there. All right, so we should have almost everything. I think the only thing we're missing is the Book of the Djinn. So Djinn. See here. I might need to go smelt up some cactus. Well, the good thing is I can actually just grab the cactus from here, and I don't have to worry about it. Haha. So we'll just throw that in here. All 64. Okay. And then the Djinn. I really need to start bookmarking stuff. It makes it so much quicker. Here, let's just bookmark this thing. So, Book and Quill. All right. And then, of course, we need to bind this. Let's just bind it in our inventory so we don't lose the book and forget about it. All right. So, we need to put this. Let's get rid of that. And then 4 pieces of this. This. And then we actually looks like we need another sacrificial bowl. Okay. And then Spirit Attuned. And then the Book of the Djinn. And I will be right back whenever this is crafted. And there we go. We have the Dimensional Mineshaft. Okay, so now what we need to do is actually make one of the Dimensional Mineshaft will discard any items it cannot store, so it's important you regularly empty the mineshaft, either manually with hoppers using a transporter spirit. Spirits and lamps can be inserted from the top. All other sides can be used to extract items. Okay, so we have several different types of these things, right? So we could really not go that far with this, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I would love to get to this, right? But we'd need red chalk, which means that we need to get the Efreet. We need to do all of that because this is actually a much bigger circle. So if I just set this down over here for a second, you can see how much bigger this is. And this actually requires wither skeleton skulls, the red chalk, white chalk, yellow chalk. And I mean, yes, we are going for this. We want the biggest and highest tier. So this would be like the final frontier, basically, right? So let's actually get started on what we need to do to get to this point. And actually, the funny thing is I cannot go for the tier below this because I don't have an Echo Shard. I've been looking for ancient cities for quite a while. Still haven't found one. So I kind of just don't have Echo Shards. Let's see here. So let's toss some of this stuff in here as well. So what we need to get to Efreet. So I guess let's grab our book out of here. How do we get to the Efreet essence? So we need to call upon the wild hunt, I believe is what it was, right? So sacrifices, that's not it. Summoning rituals. So we have familiars and stuff. Here it is. Wither skeleton skulls. Besides venturing into the nether dungeons, there's one more way to get these skulls. The legendary wild hunt consists of greater spirits taking the form of wither skeletons, while summoning the wild hunt is incredibly dangerous. Is the fastest way to get wither skeleton skulls. So I don't know if this is the actual ritual we need, so let's look at this. So you need to sacrifice a cow on this. What is that one? It's kind of hard to see because how small it is. So that looks like a new one. So let's make another ritual here. I really probably should make this a bit different because this is actually going to be like taking up so much space. So I think what I'll do for now is I'm going to remove this one as we're going to step away from the foliot, right? So let's just get rid of this one. Okay. And let's get rid of the bowls. We'll use these in a second anyway. The candles, can reuse those. All right. And then I think we'll also remove this one. And if I need these again later, I will just remake them. I'll have all the materials for it because I'm not going to use all these materials. Just probably the bowls. And we'll just keep that one because I know we've been using it a little bit more. Okay, so let's go for visualization. Okay, so this one does require wither skeleton skulls. So let's grab those. I think I have some in the system. Let's quickly also just turn these into skulls. There we go. And then we also need skeleton skulls, which actually may be in a chest downstairs. Okay, so let's go grab those real quick. I really wish there was a way to speed, like, fly faster. Maybe I need to make an enchant or something that does that. That'd be pretty interesting. Increase flight speed, huh? Alright, so they should be down here. Yeah, they're just sitting in here. Apparently I have more wither skeleton skulls in there. I just saw those. Okay, so we'll need this, skeleton skull, and then we can actually grab out of our backpack the purple chalk, the white chalk. So purple, 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 purple. And it looks like we'll need a few more candles as well. But that's okay. We'll grab the candles in a second here. Because I only have 6. And we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6, 8. That's how many we need. Sorry, I had to just count that for a second. Okay, so then we can get the white chalk down. Dang it. Alright, so there's all the white chalk. So we'll now need the candles. I don't need to go anywhere. Every time I just kind of think, oh, I need to go back to the base to get something. And none of these candles are going to match. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to just alternate. Why not? There we go. So that's complete. Now we just need to get the bowls down. So we can put one kind of just here, 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 here. And of course we can put some on the outskirts as well because that is not an issue. Alright, we don't need too many, I don't think. So now, which one was that one for? The summoning ritual? Okay. So we actually need to go get a cow. Let's go find a cow real quick before we start this. Nope, I see one. Where is he at? He's on this hill somewhere. There he is. Yoink. Okay. So then we'll also need, of course, the materials that go along with this. But the sacrifice, basically, I'm assuming how this works is you need to put all your materials, your book in there, and then whenever it activates, you drop the cow, you kill it, and then it'll become, it'll remove the gray particles, and it'll actually fully start working. Alright, so what do we need for this? So we need netherrack, quartz, flint and steel, and gunpowder. Okay. Just gotta make sure which button I'm pressing here. Still not used to this button. I actually kind of forgot these buttons were on my mouse, so it's gonna take me a second. So flint and steel. So just grab this. Alright. We'll also need quartz, netherrack, and gunpowder. Netherrack. Gunpowder. Also, I don't know if you realized how many levels I have. Yeah, there's a blaze farm in the void dimension. I set that up on 1.19.5 or the episode 19.5, and I just, really love it. So we need an Ifrit to actually do this. So let's grab the Ifrit. But yeah, it's been running. It got me that much levels in the last little while, so that's fantastic news. So it's definitely it's definitely producing some levels. That's what I'm saying. Um, it's fantastic. I love it. I definitely will be doing Ars Nueva container jars at some point. I just don't want to do it so close to when Direwolf20 did it, and yada yada. There's a lot that goes into it, right? So let's get the cow ready. Place this down, and then we'll do this, and then kill him. That should activate the ritual. Okay. Everything should start going. I'm going to wait. Okay, so yeah, this is going. It's cruising. I'll be right back whenever this is done. I don't actually know what this is going to summon. Hold on. A free safety call. Powerful form. Red Shelk. To obtain the essence of an Ifrit needs to be summoned, unbound this plane, and killed. Be warned, this is no simple endeavor. An unbound spirit presents great danger to nearby all. Okay, so we just take out this. This is going to be our friend for a second, because I'm not sure how dangerous this is. I mean, I am pretty powerful. Not to brag, but, I can four-shot an Ender Dragon. Did I just throw that chalk in the system? I did. We don't want that. Let's throw that into our occultism bag. It's basically what this has become. And then let's throw this in our backpack. Man, I love the fact that we have different bags that we can just open with different keybinds. Oh. Man, he was so difficult. Man, that was the hardest fight I've had in a while. Sorry. I really am trying to be serious here, but like, man. Oh, I am too overpowered for this game. Just one shot an Ifrit. Which level is the Ifrit? If I look... Actually, if I look in the book, right? I think this told me. Like, wherever it said spirits. Yeah, about spirits. On spirits. So Foliate, Ifrit's the 3rd tier. So, man, the Marid, they're not going to be any problem. I kind of want to do the Wither Skeleton thing. You know what? Let's sidetrack again. Let's do the Wither Skeleton thing, because I want to see how easy this is. So this one is a bit more expensive. And it is using a different ritual, isn't it? I think that's a different one. Okay, fine. I won't do it just yet. We'll wait on that. Even though I really just want to one-shot the Wither Skeleton Greater Spirits. Okay, so we have the Ifrit Essence. So we should be able to do now. We should be able to go ahead and do this. So the Marid is what we needed the Essence for. So let's go Marid. The Marid bound book. So this actually requires purple. Book of Quill. Marid Spirit. Alright, let's toss that stuff in there. I'll just grab my book out. Okay. So we'll need a few things here. And we actually need to get some more diamonds. So let's go downstairs here, because we need to actually get some more spirit attuned crystals, which is actual diamonds. How many diamonds do I even have? That's a question that I haven't looked at in a while. 700. Then the biggest reason that is most likely because of the armor and stuff that I just keep salvaging to get all of its materials, right? So we'll just need a spirit attuned crystal from the spirit attuned gems, and then a totem of undying that should be in this barrel over here. Dragon's Breath. Okay. Netherite pickaxe. I don't think I have a netherite pickaxe just sitting around, do I? I do. Okay. I don't even care if it's got that. That should still work. And an Elysium pickaxe. Okay. Nether Star. Okay, so we should have basically everything. And I don't even know if I need the Efreet Essence. I might have just accidentally made or got that. But I mean, it's going to be useful anyway. Oh yeah, no, it's because I need for the circle. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so we're making red chalk. Okay, so red chalk is white chalk. So we need otherworld ashes. Do I have any of that on me? Okay, so I do. I just have it in here. So we'll make the impure white chalk. Right, and then we need to make the red chalk. And we can just throw the Efreet stuff in there for now. And then, of course, we'll need to take this to a spirit fire. Toss that in. Get the red chalk. Alright. And we'll then need to place this down. I think we have a decent area just right here. This is going to be a bit different because it's a bit bigger than I think the other ones, but that's fine. We'll just clear out an area. Okay, so we'll need our white chalk as well. We'll visualize. Visualize. There we go. Yeah, so this is definitely a lot bigger. So we might need to actually make another white chalk. Alrighty. So we'll just keep going with white chalk in all of the proper spots. Also, this just looks pink to me because of the lighting right now. We're definitely going to need another piece of white chalk. Sadly, the Gobber mod doesn't actually repair chalk. It's kind of sad. I was hoping it would, so I just never had to make another piece of chalk, but can't get too lucky, right? And it looks like we're actually going to need 1, 2, 4, 6, 8 Spirit Attuned crystals. So let's go recipe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Well, they actually give off a little bit of light. I didn't even notice that. And then we'll also need some candles. We could just do the tallow. The other candle. Which one is the other candle? This one? Should be 8 of these as well. 2 per side. It looks like I missed some of the white chalk, but that's okay. We'll quickly come back in here and fill this in. Okay, and then we also need skulls. So let's just grab both because we'll need both. Wither skeleton, 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 skeleton. And then normal skeleton. Okay. And then red chalk, wherever I did with that. It's in my first inventory slot. Oh, I like that red. It pops real nice. Okay, what are we missing? Oh, sacrificial bowl. We should have one of those. Let's just toss this stuff away. Toss the chalk away. We should be good without that for now. That. Get rid of this stuff. So we need... We can just toss that stuff in there too. So all the items we need are right here. Let's just get them all down here. Okay, that should be everything we need for this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The only thing we're missing is this empty lamp. And then we also need to grab the sacrificial bowl and a whole bunch of other bowls. Because what? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 items. So we'll need a little bit more bowls. So there's the golden one. Put that in the center. Replace this. Does this need a sacrifice? That's something else I need to look at before I jump the gun here. It doesn't say. Okay, and also we could look at what this does, by the way. So if we look at Dimensional Miner, you can see that the ores that this actually can produce and the chances. Of course, they're not all ores. You can see that we've got this ore should be removed, but that's okay. Clay, other stones, sulfur, deep slate. So basically every ore in the game gives you all the chances, all the percentages. That's fantastic. Okay. So we are looking at just getting all the bowls, I think. That's all we need, right? 7 of them. Perfect. That's all I need. Alright, so we'll just place down all of those. Start placing our items. Okay. And then Merid. There we go. So this should just start working. You can see we got purple particle effects. All right. Hope it's going. And while we're standing here, let's actually grab Laser IO. So what I'm thinking is we could just run this to a chest or an ender chest. I'm going to do a chest for now. We're actually going to go with sophisticated storage as chest. I mean a barrel, either or. We got barrels in here. So let's just upgrade one of them. Also, there's a sophisticated controller now, storage controller, so you can actually access multiple barrels. I didn't know that. I saw that earlier. It's a fantastic idea. Really is, because I wouldn't have even guessed they would have ever done that, but they did, and it's fantastic. Okay, so we also will then need, let's grab some stack upgrades. Looks like we got 2 in here. Let's upgrade 1, and then let's just upgrade this again, and let's just upgrade it one more time here, because I think, yeah, that's the final tier. Okay, so there's our storage system for the Dimensional Miner, or the Mineshaft, Dimensional Mineshaft. We can actually grab the Dimensional Mineshaft out, because this should just give us the lamp. And technically, I think, I'm not 100% sure that this should never decay or anything. Like, it should just continuously do that, I'm thinking. I'm not sure, but according to what I read, it seems like that's what should happen, because it is a Merid, it's the highest tier. So I guess we'll see. But who knows? Maybe I'm just wrong. Okay, so we have the Minor Merid. I think the other thing that we need, of course, is the actual exporting upgrades. So item card. So we actually have some in here. Let's actually go Laser IO. We want to make sure we actually have some overclocking upgrades. Let's grab 16 of those. And then we also want to make sure we just have a couple node overclockers just in case here. What is this? That's a singularity. Never mind. Okay, anyway. Let's put this... I guess we could put this up here. We're going to probably make our storage system a bit... our ore smelting system different here. But what we're going to do is actually just going to place this here. This here... extract on the top, right? And this has actually got overclockers in it, so it should be good. Extract from the top, and then insert into this. So we'll put the Dimensional Mineshaft here, this here. Okay, and this is working. It's going, and this does have a durability. Oh, that's kind of sucky. I was hoping it wouldn't have a durability, but I guess I can't get that lucky. So there is no way to just indefinitely mine. So I guess technically we could set up a system to auto-craft this stuff. I was just hoping we could get away with not, you know? But it's okay. And I'm not 100% sure. So we actually can do enchants on this thing as well. So what I'm thinking is we could look at getting like Unbreaking. Yeah, it looks like Unbreaking would probably be the best option. And it looks like this isn't going to work. So we actually need a hopper. Okay, let's grab a hopper here then. So this is definitely not what I was hoping. I really was hoping that everything would just kind of not have a durability, especially because how much more expensive it is. And it really doesn't have that high of a durability either for what it cost, in my opinion, because that's like only 1,600 blocks, right? So I mean, you could definitely make more of these. You could definitely auto craft this. All right, so I've been experimenting, and I think I have a solution. Okay, this might require integrated dynamics, which I'll have to get into probably in the next episode. But basically, I created a powered diamond anvil, and I wasn't sure if this would actually work, but it does. So basically, this gets damaged, right? You throw this in here, you know, it goes through its cycles, then it takes one damage. I can actually take this, toss this into this anvil, immediately gets repaired. Okay? So what this means is we could theoretically, indefinitely have one mining, miner and never have to worry about it ever again. Okay? But this requires us to be a little bit more precise, right? Because we need to make sure that this has to have one singular durability, okay? Which means that we need to actually have the ability, or, it doesn't have to be one, it could be 50 off, right? And basically, it creates an ore after a certain amount of times, after a certain amount of durability. It will then be sent off into an anvil, the powered anvil, and repaired. So that way it never actually could break unless the power went out for some reason and this kept running. But having the Unbreaking 6 that I just put on this, I want to put higher, but I don't have enough Unbreaking books. I was trying to get some from the villager. I only have Unbreaking 2, so he ran out before it was really any use. But now we will have an advantage, right? Because we now know we can or use the powered anvil, repair this item, and proceed to continuously use one singular thing and never have it break. Does that sound fantastic or what? And actually, I came across this discovery on accident because I was wondering if there was a better anvil, and I thought repairs with energy. I might look at this. Yeah, just legitimately repairs. I forgot what it actually fully does, but it only repairs, which is fine. That's 100% okay with me. Also, I put power 5 on top of my bow, and now I've got power 6, just because I wanted to. 169, 148, 127. So it doesn't do too much more, but it's okay. Also, we forgot to put the stack upgrade in that barrel. There we go. But yeah, this will run. This will be good. I mean, that's kind of all I have for this episode. I think the only thing that I want to do next episode is look further into getting this automated. That I think that's probably the best option. But I don't think we have any real thing for actually, I guess we could match NBT with these. We would just need to make sure that this is actually severely damaged compared to what it is now. So with the Unbreaking 6, it's going to be a little bit harder. And of course, every time it gets a better Unbreaking, because I do plan on getting Unbreaking 10 on this thing. Maybe if it's like hits 15 or 1,500 is whenever we do this, because I don't think I can edit the NBT through this. I would love to see that, but I don't think it's going to. And also, I really don't know the difference, besides durability, most likely, of what this will do. We'll mine random blocks in the mining dimension. I mean, there's probably a difference. So like that one does redstone at 0.4. That one does it at 0.4. That one has like a higher chance of lapis. No, okay, so I'm not even sure. But yeah, with that, let's wrap up this episode. We now have a source of indefinite mining, right? And we can probably duplicate this setup over and over and over again and have an entire, basically area full of these mineshaft things, right? Because these aren't that hard to craft. We have the rituals, but I think I'm not 100% sure what we really have left to do in occultism. Yes, there's the storage system, there's familiars, there's some trinkets that I do want to get into. I think that would be cool. Book of Calling. So there's even like books you can bind. Okay, so there's like lumberjacks. So we could get like wood farms and stuff with this, which honestly sounds fantastic. There's spirit lanterns, spirit campfires, huh? But yeah, we have tons and tons of rituals. That's all of these things, by the way. These are all just different rituals. So I mean, yeah, we have things to look at. I'm not gonna look into the storage system, but this is going to be interesting what we have in the future. But I think either next episode or the episode after that, we'll step away from occultism and start going towards other things because we will need an ore doubling system to get a lot of this stuff going. Maybe we'll hop into mechanism in an episode or two. But with that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I hope to see you guys around. Bye bye!